It's called the DBS, and Aston Martin are very adamant that it's an all-new 6-litre, hard-driving, lightweight thoroughbred.
I'm not sure about that. You see, to my mind, a thoroughbred car is Italian and flamboyant, and it has its engine in the middle and it goes wrong all the time. This is none of those things.
Yes, it has 4 nostrils in the bonnet, carbon fibre buttocks and carbon ceramic brakes. But the engine's at the front. There's lots of storage space in the cabin, and it has a boot you can actually use. It therefore isn't laid out like a thoroughbred, but who knows? Maybe it'll drive like one.
Okay, I'm going to tell the adaptive suspension that I'm on a track. There we are. And here we go. I like the steering. I do like that. And I like the brakes. And I have to say, I'm also pretty fond of the tweaked differential they put in. This means you can do this. Yeah, look at that. I must say, the tyres, which are specially made just for this car by Pirelli, are brilliant. Very good. Excellent. Whey!
It makes the right noises as well.
But you don't get that same sense of terror that you get from a proper thoroughbred, like, say, a Ferrari. None of that sense of, oh my God, I've wet myself! There's something else as well. Hard really to put my finger on, but it feels, I don't know, it just feels a little bit old-fashioned.
Maybe old-fashioned is unkind. Maybe old school would be better. But either way, it's not a thoroughbred. Perhaps, then, it's a work of art. There's no denying that it's bite the back of your hand beautiful. But is it better looking than a DB9? Well, apart from the racing paraphernalia on the DBS, they look pretty much the same to me.
Keira Knightley in Puff Diddley's jewellery. And it's all very well them saying the DBS is carbon fibre. It's only 10 stone lighter than the DB9. And that's what? The weight of a medium-sized woman.
So, it's not a thoroughbred supercar, and it's not as good-looking as its sister. Maybe, then, we should view it as a replacement for the old Vanquish S. The trouble with doing that, though, is that the DBS's V12 produces 510 brake horsepower, and that's 10 less than you got from the Vanquish's V12.
As a result, the Vanquish will do 200 miles an hour. This is out of puff at 191. Come on.
There are other problems, too. The interior is all marvellous. An amazing blend of carbon fibre, suede, and lots of exciting buttons you can't see or reach. I especially love the gear lever, which is like a Power Ranger's leg.
And then they go and let the whole thing down with this stupid key. They call it, and I'm not joking, an emotional control unit. Got one of those already. It's called the government, and I don't like that either.
This car, then, is shaping up to be a bit of a misfit. But don't worry, because there's one thing it does brilliantly. Put it back in road mode and it becomes a stunning long-distance cruiser, an epic Grand Tourer.
I'd be happy to drive this all the way to the south of France. And I'd be happy if I got there and found I'd forgotten my swimming trunks. because then I could drive it all the way back again.
When you're on a motorway, it's smooth and civilized, quiet as well. It is magnificent. But even here, there's a problem. Because if you want a good-looking and fast long-distance cruiser, what exactly is the matter with the DB9? It's easier to use, has the same engine, has 2 more seats, and it costs £50,000 less.
Yeah, but it's no good then.
Oh no, this is the best car I've driven all year, and by a huge margin.
Oh, hang on. You just said it's not as quick as a Vanquish, and it's not as pretty as a DB9.
And it's £50,000 more.
Yeah, the thing is, OK, Aston Martin messed up. When they said it's a thoroughbred, it's an all-new car. It isn't. That's what threw me. It's taken me ages to work it out, but what this is a DB9 where every little piece is a little bit better. I tell you what, OK, this is the way to think of it. Don't think of it as a DBS. Think of it as a DB9S, like a DB9 Evo, and then it makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
£50,000.
I agree the price is a bit steep. It's perilously close to the Ferrari 599. But honestly, you cannot buy a DB9 anymore. You just can't do it, because one day you will be sitting at a set of lights, someone will pull up alongside in one of these, and you will feel hopeless and inadequate, and you will have to kill yourself. Anyway, it is now time to see how fast this goes round our track, and that, of course, means handing it over to our tame racing driver. Some say that he knows 2 facts about ducks, and both of them are wrong. And that 61 years ago, he accidentally introduced Her Majesty the Queen to a Greek racialist. All we know is, I'm going to the tower now to have my head cut off.
Yes.
And he is called the Stig. And he's off, slew a wheel spin and a V12 bellow. Thundering down to the first corner. It's wet out there today. Let's see how that affects things. Carving a pretty steady path through there. No problems so far. Brilliant.
What is my purpose? What would I want to accomplish? What values do I want to live by?
Stig on his self-help odyssey there as he kicks the tail out. Whoa, really kicking the tail out. In every way, this car's better than DB9, including those superb new tyres. They might be struggling with the damp, mind you, looking pretty planted around Hammerhead. And then, whoa, look at that!
What wall do I want to put my ladder of life against?
Keeping it pinned open through the follow-through. Does he lift off? Yes, then back on the loud pedal down. Now to the last 2 corners. Magnificent brakes, better diff, all doing their stuff. Normal DB9 will be nowhere now. Here he comes, slices through Gambon and across the line. Yeah. Now it did it on a wet track in 1 minute 27.4, which is sort of here in the middle of nowhere. Thing is, though, the track dried out just before we came on air, so I said to the Stig, quickly, go out, do it again, get a time. Let's see how good this thing really is. 1 minute 23.9. Look, it's up here. It's with Koenigsegg's and the Zonda. It's the same time as the Zonda. I mean, that is just staggering.